Good morning, friends, and welcome back to the channel. This is Project Life 2023, and today I am working on week 21. I got this paper collection from my local Michael's a few months ago when it was on sale for $5, and I really liked some of the patterns in it, so I cut down some 4x6s from the 12x12s and some 3x4s. And this week is actually a mixture of a whole bunch of different collections. So these two were from the pad I just showed you. These two were from the pad I just showed you. This one was from the pad I just showed you. This is a DIY embellishment card from a very old paper collection. Two actually, very old paper collections. Scrap from my stash. And I don't remember if this was an existing card. My puppy is complaining. But basically it's a whole lot of mixing up this week. So just goes to show that you don't always need to use elements from paper collections that coordinate perfectly. So 2, 3, 4, 5 of the cards are from that paper collection that I showed you, the Happy Cottage. And then 3 are from don't really know what. So there you go. I also pulled some little stickers. These are some of my Jen Hadfield stickers from my little booklet. This was a sticker that says 2021 on it. I don't know if you can see that. But because I'm doing week 21, I thought I would just, I didn't layer the heart on it again the right way. But basically just using a sticker that I already had in my stash. So that'll be my week 21. Some other odds and ends stickers, my stamp. And I grabbed these little metal embellishments from my stash. I think these were dollar store. I don't even know how many years ago now, probably more than 10. But they're nice and flat, which is why I like them for this. So I'm going to add one down here, one on my title card. I grabbed some of my DIY flare badges, which are just circles using a 1-inch punch, just cut out of scrap paper that I had on in my bin, and then an epoxy sticker, plastic sticker over the top. I'm sure I have a video somewhere for where I do that. So I grabbed a couple of those, some DIY cork. This was just a cork sheet that I bought, I think, from the dollar store. And then I used some of my stamps and just stamped them on. And then I used some of the excuse you very much. And then I used some of the scrapbook.com adhesive paper just to create my own little cork stickers. So it's a whole lot of mixture of things this week, but I don't think any of the embellishments on this page were embellishments that I bought. I think everything was made, except maybe this one. I think this one was a bought embellishment. And then everything over here, of course, was bought. All right, friends, I will put you on fast forward while I get embellishing. So this page was, as I said, very heavy on the DIY embellishments and cards and things. And I think I've said this in a previous video, but I'm realizing that by doing Project Life, I need very little to get a page done. And it's making me think maybe it's time to do a D-stash. We will see how that goes, but I just feel like I'm starting to get tired of what I'm using. And I think you can probably tell because I haven't been using a huge amount of Maggie Holmes. Just the paper that I have left is not really my style. So that coupled with the fact that I want to use what I have, but I also don't want to limit myself. I've been kind of breaking out of my Maggie Holmes kit here and there, but I'm thinking, yeah, I think it's time for a good de-stash. I will likely just end up donating a lot of my extra supplies to friends or family, or I may even just bring a bunch of it to school and let my students use it. So we'll see how we go. But yeah, the embellishments that I chose this week came from the deep down depths of my stash. Like I said, those little metal pieces are at least 10 years old, probably even older. And a lot of the things are just little things like, I think I've said this in a previous video too, I go into batch mode sometimes. So if I get on a kick and I want to make flare badges, I will just make like 20 or 30 of them in one sitting, and then they just sit in my stash. And the same is true of those cork pieces. I think I made those cork pieces last year, maybe even the year before. So it's, like I said, I'm thinking I may start downsizing what I have. I really haven't been using a lot of my own personal die cuts, so I will likely be looking at my dies and thinking, you know, and my stamps, some of my stamps that I would use for card making. I'm going to see if I can repurpose some of those things, because a lot of my dies in my stash are more shapes and they're not as specific as I've seen other people's collections. So I've got a couple of stamp and die sets that go together, but by and large it's words or tags or circles or those kinds of things. So all of those can still easily be used in Project Life. I think I'm going to be reinventing my stash this year. Probably a project for vacation, so stay tuned for that. This stamp has definitely gotten a lot of good usage. I'm very happy with it. That will not be one of the stamps that I get rid of. Yeah, and it looks like I'm coming back to you here live in a minute, so page is pretty much finished. Week 21, all done. So there were a few embellishments that I pulled that I didn't end up using, but I'll probably just leave them on my stamp block for this week and hope that I get another chance to use them. All right, friends, as always, thanks for coming to hang out with me, and I will see you next video. Bye for now.